Home and reloading here again. Today we have a MPA BA chassis. We're going to put a weight kit in it. I haven't done this before, so it'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but it shouldn't be too hard. The main thing that we're going to install for sure today is the front end pieces, the forearm pieces, and then after that we'll see how it balances out. Right now it weighs about 18 and a half pounds. I don't have a very good scale, just a kitchen scale. After we get the front end on it, we're going to see how it balances, and then we might add a little bit to the rear. Later, I might get another set of weights for the front end to add more to it. I want to get it up to that 23, 24 pound range, and we should be pretty close with this. Like I said, 18 and a half, I think, and then these add 4.5. However, it might add too much weight on the rear. So give me just a minute here. I'm going to break the gun down, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll start putting these in. So be right back. All right, we're back. I got the gun broke down here. We're going to go ahead and add in the weights and then secure them in place. It's pretty simple. Just slide them in. The front one, I already test fitted it a little bit. It's a little tight on the front end of it. But yeah, you just slide them in. Once you get them in place, these go in here. Same thing, they're going to be a little bit of a snug fit. And I do have a Gray Ops thumb shelf that I'll be putting back on here. I'll have to find the longer screw that they sent with it, but it's pretty darn simple. You just gotta get everything lined up. And yeah, pretty much everything that you can attach with an M-lock, you can still use on here. The only thing you might have to do is you might have to get a longer screw because it'll screw directly into the weight instead of anything else. So like you can still get a set of external weights. They'll bolt into here. It'll lock it in with the same channel with that double DIN area basically. Oh, there isn't one there. Got ahead of myself. Getting those back out is a chore. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to tighten those down too much. Going to turn the gun over here. We'll move it down this way just a little bit more. I'm going to try something here as well. I have two cameras rolling. One, I'm not sure how the video and how the sound quality will be. Usually I just use my cell phone. But I do have another camera that I'm going to try out because I want to try to get a couple of different angles. We're going to start practicing here pretty soon, doing some positional stuff. I'm hoping I can get some actual work put in Friday to where I can do a good little bit of shooting, but we'll see. I really want to try to get to more matches this year. I've really only done one a year up until this point. They're a ton of fun. It's just really hard to find time. I mean, shoot, it took me a year to post a video, so no, it's just hard to find time. We're always busy doing stuff. There's always something to do around here. Alright, and these are only like an M4 screw or something, so I wouldn't get too carried away with them. Okay, we're going to flip this over again, tighten down the other side. And the nice part about it is the rest of it can be done when I put the chassis and the action back together. The rest of the weights are down in the buttstock area. That can be done anytime. So I'm going to put it back together, get everything torqued down, and then I'm going to see how it actually feels. Because currently it was just a little heavy on the rear end. Like it wouldn't balance out right here where my barricade stop went. So what I wanted to do, I just have a gray ops barricade stop there. But I wanted to get that point shifted farther forward, and this should do it. And then if I'm not happy yet with the weight, because right now it'll be, I'm wanting to say right around 20 pounds, 21 pounds with these two weight kits. So if I'm not happy with that, then I'll get another weight set for the front. I'll install these on the back, but it all depends on how it balances. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put back together. Then I'll be right back and I'll show you how the rear end gets put together as well. So, okay, and we're back. Everything's put back together. It's torqued. The first thing we're going to do though is I did find that longer screw for the thumb shelf. So we're going to go ahead and take this one here off and we're going to install that. Mainly because I like to use it. Alright, so I'll show you how simple that is too. So it has a backing plate, and this is the screw that it comes with originally. You're going to set that off to the side. You're going to get the bigger screw, set that through there. Get it aligned and tighten it down. Same thing, it's not a huge screw. You don't need to go crazy with it, but that's installed. Don't lose these in case if you want to strip the weights off later. Okay, so we're done there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see about installing the rear weights to this. It balanced out pretty darn good, but my balance point shifted forward just a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and install both of those, and if I don't like it, I can always take one of them back off. So here's what we're going to do here. I put my can on there as well, which I probably shouldn't have because it added a lot of length to it. The room I'm in is kind of a smaller room. But we're going to go ahead and set it up there like that. To undo this, all you're going to do is pull these screws here out. They're kind of, for the most part, long-winded. I don't know exactly how that tubular one or the round one gets installed, but we'll figure that out here shortly. All right, I think that pops through there. All right, so I probably don't need all of this weight on the rear end, but we're gonna try it for now. And if, like I said, if we don't like it, we can redo it at a different point. They're pretty good about explaining where everything goes, so they keep it put together. I'm assuming that that's going to slide in through there. This is going to come up through the bottom. And figure out what side that is though. Give me just a second. Figure out what size we're dealing with. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and drop it. I don't know if I'm super thrilled about that or not, as far as how much it. So they had a pin that dropped in there before, and it had a shoulder on it so it wouldn't fall out through the other side. This is just threaded in there. It's not going to go anywhere, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't make me worried, but it just makes me think a little bit more. So I don't think we're going to use the longer screw. I think we're just going to use the two shorter ones that it came with. We're just going to get these started here, which should be pretty easy once we track down the hole. All right, that one started. Give me just a moment. All right, that one started. I need to shorten my length of pole just a little bit anyway. I always find myself wanting to lean forwards more. All right, that's nice and tight there. Let me find a torque wrench here for this quick. Oh, maybe we can't do that with that bottom piece on yet. Oh, you can. It's just really tight. Really tight. All right. Let me loosen them back up quick. Sorry. All right, we're good there. Tighten these back down. They're like an M5 bolt, so same thing. I wouldn't get too outrageous with them. All right. And there you have it. MPA BA chassis weight kit. Again, don't laugh. I literally have a kitchen scale. And it only goes up to 21 pounds. 22 pounds technically. So we're gonna see how this sits on there. It should be right around 22, 23 pounds. This says it's 23 even. So now the biggest thing is seeing how it's going to actually balance, and I can't really do that here, but if it's still too heavy on the rear portion of it, I'm probably going to strip one of these weights off on the back, and then from there what I'm going to do is I'll at some point order a weight kit for the front here that'll widen this out, add a little bit more weight all the way up front, then I can add that back to it. I'll probably, if I do that, I'll probably only need a pound or two at the very most to put this at, you know, that 24, 25 pound range. Right now, yeah, it's a heavy gun. Even without this weight kit, like I said, it's 18 and a half pounds. Not very much recoil. Very, very manageable. Stayed on target super well. So, but that's what we have so far. So there's more to come. Like I said, we're going to start doing some positional shooting. Hopefully I can get it through a scope cam, my camera, and then maybe even a rangefinder, or not rangefinder, sorry, spotting scope. So we'll see. Kind of depends on the weather and everything, but we need to start shooting some more. Got my new range set up. It goes all the way up to 1,490 yards. I'm not very good at 1,490 yet. However, at my 1,000-yard target, we're banging steel. So we're doing pretty darn good. Yeah, more to come. Stay tuned. Thank you.